Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome to a brand new video about FIFA 15. And basically in this video guys, I'm just going to be showing you some images taken from the demo on Xbox One of the new player faces. So it's going to be quite limited because there's only a couple of teams on the demo, but there are some new faces in FIFA 15, most notably in the Premier League guys because of all of the new deal they signed. They've got pretty much every single player in the Premier League scanned. And this video is going to show off some of the beautiful faces that you're going to see in this year's game. I've got to say right now though, these aren't finished possibly. You know, you'll notice on some of the pictures, the perspective is a little bit odd as well. The players look a little bit weird. A lot of people have been noticing, you know, players like Yaya Toure, you'll see a picture of him come up where the builds don't look right. Just don't forget, this is not the finished game. What we want to be looking at is the faces. So yeah, ignore the body deformities. And obviously these pictures were taken by a mobile phone onto a screen, so apologies for the quality. No tattoos. Interesting. Obviously they can't really put tattoos on all their arms and stuff like that, but pretty good realistic face there. Here is Kun Aguero with the new haircut. One thing I'm looking forward to, by the way, as an Arsenal fan is finally Ozil is going to have a proper haircut in FIFA 15. I thought I'd drop that in there. And Aguero finally has a good face, guys. Looking very good indeed there. Here is Cabaye, obviously at his new club, Paris Saint-Germain from last year. Cavani in the background as well, but notice the beard. The beards look pretty good in this game, but again, look at the build. The shoulders look so broad. It looks a little bit cartoony in a way, but hopefully they'll be fixing that. There's Cavani properly there. Looks pretty good. Maybe going to be in a different shirt come FIFA 15. Who knows? There is Petr Cech now. He's had a face for quite a while in the game, including the helmet. But these are updated faces, so they've rescanned some players. He looks really small, doesn't he? Look at the legs. He looks like he's missed out on his leg day at the gym. But still, very, very realistic looking face there. Here's Dani Alves. He definitely looks a little bit different. There's something about his face in this game that looks different. Will he be moving clubs? That's the question. I don't think he is. I think he's staying put. Here is David Luiz in his new colours there. Obviously moving from Chelsea for 50 million euros. He's got the hair and he's got the face, guys. He's going to be an overpowered bastard again, I'm sure. Here is David Silva. He's probably the most realistic we've seen yet. Again, the body looks a bit wrong, so ignore that obviously. But the facial features, my God. Even the moles and things like that, like on his chin. Absolutely unbelievable. Here is Diego Costa. Looks very cartoony. It's a weird picture this, but obviously he is a new signing to Chelsea. Looking like a very good signing indeed. And he's going to be one of the most popular players in the game, I'm sure of it. And it looks just like him. It's very, very good indeed. Here is Jaco, who's just signed a deal for City to stay at the club for another 4 years. I think he's better than most people think in FIFA. He's a very good header of the ball, so I'm guessing we'll be seeing a lot of him this year's game. Here is Cesc Fabregas, another new signing for Chelsea. His beard looks so realistic. It's unbelievable because it goes all the way down his neck. It's a real neck beard, that. But yeah, that looks very realistic indeed. And here's Steven Gerrard. This is probably the worst one yet, I think. In terms of the graphics on his head, it doesn't look next gen, but you know what? It's taken with a phone, so we can't really be worried too much. But the real worry for me is look in the background. You see the other player there? Who the fuck is that? Oh man, that is some nasty graphics there. And here's another potential, you know, best one yet. Here's Joe Hart. Looks very much like him in his Head and Shoulders shampoo advert. Here's Eden Hazard in his tight shirt. Obviously, that comes back into the game now, tight shirts. I'm just hoping we can have the option to add those onto our pros and things like that. Unless that's already in the game and I just never unlocked it, I'm not sure. Here's Ibrahimovic. Good news about him in career mode. Obviously, they have fixed older players, so we'll be able to buy him and keep him above 85 or so for at least 2 more seasons, which is great news, but looks very much like him. Now, this is one of the weirder body shapes. Look at Iniesta. Like the face and the hair, fair enough, looks pretty good. But what the hell is up with the body? My God, looks really weird, that. Here's Vincent Kompany. They've really captured the size of his head brilliantly. That's an interesting image of him there. His body, again, just looks completely wrong. But, again, the perspective could be a little bit off with the way the photo was taken. Here is Lavezzi, probably one of the most realistic ones again. Looks pretty good. Is he going to be moving clubs? A lot of PSG players look to be out. A little bit weird, that. Here's Lucas Moura, the Brazilian who was left out of the World Cup. Couldn't believe that. Looks very realistic. Here's Matuidi. Again, it's not, you know, Matuidi isn't one of those players that is in the limelight or the news all the time. So a lot of people might not actually know what he looks like. It's not too bad, that at all. Here's Lionel Messi. He's in the wrong boots, by the way. He is going to be having his official orange Adidas boots in the game. But yeah, looks pretty realistic to me. Here's Mignolet for Liverpool there, pretty realistic, weird build again on his body. Here's the dirty lesbian Nasri. I'm only kidding. That's a very realistic face. They've really captured the hideous face of Nasri. And here is Neymar, pretty good, realistic. They've got the right hair and stuff like that. PK is always one that comes in the game and has the proper face. Yeah, it does look like him, I guess. It's a little bit of an odd one. Here's Sirigu for Paris Saint-Germain. Pretty realistic face there. And here is Luiz Suarez at Barcelona. He will be in the game, guys. A lot of people weren't sure if he'd be allowed to be in the game because of his ban, but how would that work? That doesn't make sense. But he is in the game and looks just like him, as you'd expect. Here's John Terry, possibly his last season or two in the game. Who knows? He'll be a legend, I'm sure, in a couple of years. Here's Thiago Silva. Yeah, a little bit of an odd build once again there. And we've got Verratti there. Pretty realistic face. We've got Willian here for Chelsea. You notice that a lot of the clubs keep coming back. It's because it's the demo. There's only a couple of clubs in there. Now, here's the Yaya Toure picture I was telling you about. This has to be the worst one. Look how skinny he is. I'm sorry, but Yaya Toure is built like a brick house. There is no way he's this skinny. Again, it's just a picture taken with a phone, but even so, just look at the face. It doesn't look next gen at all. When you compare it with, like, you know, the NBA games, things like that, it doesn't look very realistic, but, you know, maybe in the game it will look better. And then we're back to the start, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So those are some of the images, guys. If you want to go back throughout the video and pause it on certain players that you want to see, do feel free. But thanks to the guys who took the pictures of this at Gamescom. I will put their links in the description to their Twitter. And yeah, looking okay. A lot of new faces in the game, look very realistic indeed. It's very exciting for us career mode YouTubers and players who will do Premier League clubs, because everyone is going to have a brand spanking new face. Very cool realism. But thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video soon.